Listen, and for the folks out there watching, I will say that I can co-sign what he's saying. Like I said, he's won several awards, and you won a very prestigious award at the last ClickFunnels. It wasn't just a two comma. You did what? Like it was for 10 million or more, something like that.
Yeah, it was their 2CCX award for doing over $10 million in sales through their platform. So
Yeah.
We won that, like you mentioned, we won the Inc. 5000 list this year, the country's fastest growing privately held companies. So for us, what was interesting, an interesting story about that is that I was at a ClickFunnels conference a few years ago, and I was sitting on the road with some of my friends who all were amazing entrepreneurs. And as we were seeing people getting awards, somebody was like, man, like there's no black people up there. Right? You heard them conversations. It's like no black people up there. So everybody like, yeah, where the black folks at? And then there was a sister that leaned down and said, like everybody on this road pretty much makes enough. They should be up there getting an award. But who actually submitted for one?
Yeah.
Ooh, and that sucked the air out a little bit. That made you think like, yeah, you're right. So not too long, the very next year, we submitted to get our award because we already had the revenue. We just hadn't gone after it. But it wasn't until we walked the stage with that first award a couple years ago for doing the seven, just the two comma, which is doing seven figures, that I saw the impact that it made in other black entrepreneurs in the audience. And when I came down, people saying, wow, like because you did it, it was like 200 something people that got it that time, but people was locked in on me because they could relate to me. And they said, because you did it, I'm gonna be on that stage next year and I'm gonna get mine. And then when I did it that year, it was me and my wife together. And what I didn't realize, even though out of 200 something people, it may have been, like say it was like 20 black folks. It was a sister that posted online and said, out of them 20 black folks, out of 200 something people, there's only one black woman, and that was my wife, Ronnie. So that when they say representation matters, man, it does.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times it's not just about you, it's about the people that come after you. So making sure you are represented and visible for them so they can be inspired by it.
One of the reasons that we even have this podcast is because representation matters. We want to highlight the people that are doing the work. And just to speak to what you said, one of the reasons, like, so this was my first, I've used the product, but my first time going to a ClickFunnels conference was this year. I didn't submit anything because I didn't even know that was a process until I got there. But seeing you resonated with me. And it wasn't just, because like you said, it was about 20 black folks there. But it's also the way you did it, right? Because, and this is no shots at anybody, but you didn't, I've seen a lot of people who, rent the Lamborghinis and the mansions, and they do all these kind of things to generate revenue. But yours is if I can say pro-black. You cater and serve our people, and you do it a certain way, and that kind of resonated with me as opposed to some other folks. And that's no disrespect. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but that's why representation does matter.
Yeah, and I think what you hit on, right, is one of the messages I've been talking about it more. I was like, man, I need to do something big around it because it's been resonating with people. Like you said, it's a million ways to get there, and oftentimes we only see like one way, and we start to kind of second guess stuff, or we start to get, as is it for me or is it possible? So, I posted something online the other day. I was like, guess what, y'all? You like literally could have a business and crush it and not be on social media. Like you ain't got to be the face of your brand. I know everybody's telling you to be the face of your brand, but actually it's a whole lot of people make a whole lot of money without ever being the face of their brand.
Yep.
I'm like, you can have somebody else be the face of your brand. You could have ambassadors. You could have a spokesperson, right? You could have somebody else be the front person. You work all the back end systems. And when I said that, I got so many comments and reaction back where it felt like it just took the edge off for a lot of people. So just letting them know that you don't have to share I think we're in a society where it's being made out that you got to share everything, but you don't. Like I'm like a pretty private dude for the most part. Mm-hmm. So it's like people in my program, they're like, Lamar, do you really have, like, I know you had this thing black and married kids. Do you really have kids? I'm like, yeah, I got kids. My kids ain't for your public consumption. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I know this is the thing, right? I know I can put my kids out there and it will get me all type of extra views. Like I'm hip to the game. I know what's up, right? But it just ain't for me. Now, not to say it's wrong for somebody else to do it. Everybody can do what they want to do.
No, that's kind of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is everybody has their own way, but what your specific way resonated with me because, it's like, it's about the business. It's not about all the other stuff. And a lot of people make it about the other stuff, which drives them traffic. But you're getting traffic in a way, to me, that's like honorable, if I can use it for lack of a better term. Like, so that's why it resonated with me.
Thank you.
So sharing your story is important for that reason. I think, so people watching this, make sure you share your story, right? Because there's going to be someone that resonates with your story, whatever your story may be.
That's total, and that's it. That's like totally true. And again, that's why the importance of, like you said, people sharing and not thinking that, hey, like I don't have what this other person have. I don't do stuff the way they do. So, you know, it's a lot of embarrassing, shame and stuff like that. Like Jimmy, what you said is so key. Like everybody has a story, and it's somebody out there that resonates with everyone. So it's all about you kind of getting out there and you know, finding your tribe and connecting with people just like you.